Good afternoon, ladies. It almost didn't want to work. It was like slow connection. I didn't think it was going to happen. All right. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Come on in. Okay, guys, I got a new PR package. We're going to open this together. Okay. I went ahead and just cut the box because I didn't want to be on here and not be able to get the box open. So I got a PR package from CURATED. CURATED is our new company. It is going to have multiple brands inside this one company. I am so excited. I've got new girls that have joined. You know what? My face is starting to feel tight. Let's do some rose water. If you guys have not seen or heard, they are talking about the rose water starting to get low in stock. So I will tell you, I have to place an order because both of my rose waters are about to here. And I had to use a lot of the rose water when we were broke down with a flat tire on the side of the road. Okay, so this is a PR package. It's got a couple of different things in it. The first thing that I am seeing is a package of protein samples. So this is one of the brands that is on the CURATED website that I have that is called All That Nutrition. So this is a protein powder. It's going to have multiple supplements. Let's see what's in this one. So this one, can't stand when that's not straight. So this one I'm going to open up. Oh, smells really good. Okay, so we've got individual, wait a minute. Oh, I got excited. I thought they were like protein bars. I was like, oh, are these protein bars? They're not. They're not. Okay, so we've got, this one is chocolate. This one is chocolate and peanut butter. Oh my gosh, if these were protein bars, I would be in hog heaven because I love me some protein bars. All right, and then this one is vanilla, okay? So I will tell you, the vanilla one is one of the ones that I would mix with my exalted greens so that I get my protein and my greens all in one. But yeah, it's basically a bunch of different protein powder packages. So this says 30 grams of protein, 0 sugars. It tastes ridiculous, is what it says. 9 protein powder packs, vanilla, 3 vanilla, 3 chocolate, 3 chocolate peanut butter. It's got the breakdown of each individual package. Supports fat loss, supports muscle growth, boosts energy and immunity, and curbs appetite. 1 stick pack of protein equals, or for 8 ounces of cold water or milk. Shake, there we go, shake until blended and you are good to go. Okay, so I love that it's got the 3 different flavors because I typically use a vanilla to mix with my greens and my bananas and my strawberries. But then you've got your chocolate and then you've got your chocolate peanut butter. So I really like this one because I'm like, okay, that sounds very interesting, the flavor. Like I love some peanut butter, and then the chocolate and peanut butter together is gonna give me that kind of like, it's making me think of like Reese's. So which one should I try? You guys tell me, which one should I try? Vanilla, chocolate, or the chocolate peanut butter? I'm gonna set those aside. Once you guys vote, then we will kind of go from there and I will make it and try it. Now, I got these. Now, this is an exciting day. And I'm going to tell you why. Because up until this point in my business, I have never been able to really sell other skincare products, okay? Because when we were working with Unique was a multi-level marketing company, which meant we could not sell other competing skincare and makeup, okay? So we were not really able to go in and start working with other makeup brands and other skincare brands that, you know, had any kind of competing, mainly if they were an MLM, we couldn't work with them, okay? Well, now that we've restructured everything, we're no longer an MLM and we can basically work with whoever we want to, which makes me so happy because now I'm really able to show you the things, not that I weren't, you know, I wasn't showing you the things that I loved before, but if there is something that I find outside of Unique, now I am fully legally able to show you and talk about the things and kind of go from there, okay? So I got these in this PR package. This is another one of the brands that is available in the Curated website, okay, so on my website. And this is called Ice Elements. Now, Ice Elements is a skincare company that has multiple skincare items. I'm gonna show you these. So this one is a 2-minute Miracle Eye Serum. This one is a 2-minute Miracle Gel. And then this one says 2-minute Miracle Moisturizer. So we're gonna go in with the eye serum first. Now, anything that I put on my face, if it is some kind of serum, I always make sure my face is damp. And that is because you want your face to have some type of moisture. Here we go. Okay, some type of moisture. Let's do one eye at a time and let's see if we see a difference. Okay, so we're gonna put this on and I'm just gonna kind of tap this in, okay? Because I have no idea what this is gonna do. This is the first time I've ever used this, but it says that it is a 2-minute eye serum, okay? Now, up until this point, we've never had an eye serum, like a targeted eye serum. We've got an eye cream, and we have a nighttime serum that goes all over your face. Now, I really, really like how thin this is. You guys can see, this is really, really thin, and it is very silky, and it goes on really, really smooth, and it's gonna hydrate that under eye. That is the one thing that you want, is a big boost of hydration up underneath that eye. And I mean, we could even put a little bit right here. Okay, we'll put a little bit right here. Anywhere that you feel like you kind of need a little boost of hydration, that's gonna kind of help with your skincare, okay? So it's kind of like when I use my eye I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this eye. When I use my eye cream, I tend to put it in those same areas that you just saw me, apply it. I will put them in my number 11 lines. I will go around my smile lines. But we're just gonna kind of lightly put this on. You can even put a little bit up above the eye, okay? And then we're gonna let that kind of dry. That is one thing about your skincare, is you do need to give each product a little bit of time to kind of absorb before you just start piling all the different skincare on, okay? Now, we're gonna go in with the Miracle Gel, and then we're gonna go in with the Miracle Moisturizer, okay? Because you wanna go thin to thick. Remember that rule when you are applying any kind of skincare. Thin to thick is the rule, because, okay, this is brand new. We're gonna open this up. I have never tried this before. Okay, let you guys see what this looks like. So this is a gel, a jelly-like consistency. Okay, we're gonna wipe that off so that we don't waste any product. How many of you are excited about being able to try some new products? Like, I love, love, love my unique products, but if there are some things that I can, you guys know, I always talk about like to incorporate in, I just think that that would be amazing to be able to offer, okay? All right, so this is the product. It is a jelly-like consistency. And let's see. Directions for use. Apply a thin layer, dry area, face, neck, and hands. There's body and other areas of the body. Okay, so it's not just for your face. I need glasses, you guys. This is ridiculous. Hold on. That are in need of rejuvenation. Allow gel to sit for 40 to 50 seconds. Begin to rub in a circular motion. This gel does not liquefy. Is that what this is? Yeah, liquefy. And ball up. Hold on. Dang, I need glasses. You don't realize how bad your eyes are getting until you have to try to read something like this. Upon rubbing, the gel will begin to activate the dead skin. Oh, now this is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do this right here, okay? So basically, we're gonna put this on and then we're gonna activate this. Oh, this is great. This is me learning how to do this, okay? So this is gonna kind of exfoliate our skin. It's gonna get the dead, dry skin off. Okay, I'm excited about this because I had no idea what this was. Where are my glasses? When we moved Riley Raines was in my drawers, and I don't know where my glasses went. I feel like maybe I should go get my husband's glasses. Hold on, let me go get my husband's glasses so I can read this fully. Oh, Lord. Your mid-40s. Your mid-40s is when you really start to feel things. Okay, now his glasses are filthy. Nobody laugh at me. Okay, so let's see what this says. Oh, that's so much better. All right, apply a thin layer gel to your skin, neck, hands, and other areas of the body that need rejuvenation. Allow gel to sit for the 45. Oh, see, I thought this had 50. 45 to 60 seconds. Begin to rub in circular motions. If the gel does not liquefy and ball up after a few seconds of rubbing, wait an additional 30 to 60 seconds. Upon rubbing, the gel will begin to adhere to the dead skin and ball up. Continue rubbing. All right, rinse thoroughly with warm water. Follow with the Miracle Moisturizer. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's see what happens. So we're going to start to rub this and see if this balls up. It might be that I didn't have it on long enough to dry. I feel like I let it sit there for a little bit. Hold on, let's try this again. Do a thin layer. I want to do this with you guys and see if we can get this area around the mouth. Okay, around the nose and around the mouth. I'm going to leave the under eye area alone so that it So these are the new products that are on the, just in case you tuned in, these are the Ice Elements, and these are the new skincare products that are on and if you are a curated content creator, then you will have access to this as well. Okay, so we've got this on while we let our under eye stuff soak in. Let's let it dry just a little bit. It's so funny, every time I pull out this fan when we're line dancing, everybody comments, they're like, that is such a pretty fan. And I'm like, thank you, I got it from my grandparents' house. We found it when we were cleaning out one of the rooms in my grandparents' house before we sold it. It's like it came from Japan, and it is such a pretty fan. Like, I mean, even just the little design work on the piece that hangs from the bottom of the fan. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can feel it now. It feels kind of like sandpaper. Okay, so we've got another option for an exfoliator. I can feel it balling up. My face is going to be red right there. Okay, look at that. It's clear, so I really, really like this. I have a helpful point. No, it will not stick because this is just an exfoliator. Okay, so it's not hardening and then you're peeling it off like a mask. I know what you're talking about, where people will use those masks and then you go to pull it off and it hurts so bad. But you can feel, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see anything, but I can feel the little like pieces of sand almost. It's creating like this little ball effect and coming up. And you can see around my face how red everything's getting. Okay, so that's going to get any junk and dead skin there we go. All right, so we're just going to do this. Okay. All right, let's go rinse this off. What I love about this is, since we're gonna use the water, so you use your hands to do this, and then we'll use the water just to rinse it off. It's not sticky, it's not rough, it's not hard. It is a very, very gentle option for an exfoliating. No, this one does not have gooey balls that stick to your face or your hair. It doesn't. So the whole time I was doing that, before I added water, Patty, there are no balls, so it's very different from the one you're talking about. Okay, now what's nice is this, when you activate it with water, wow, this is really interesting. When you activate it with water, it almost feels like this thick, silky, jelly-like moisturizer. This is really strange. This is very different than anything I have ever felt before. I mean, you guys, it feels amazing. My face feels so freaking smooth right there. I feel like now I need to do my whole face. This is insane. Okay, I've never experienced anything like this before in the years of doing skincare. Everything is so soft right here. This is really cool. I promise you, when I get to my new house, we're gonna have better lighting. We're also gonna have a better area for me to be able to show you guys all of this stuff. All right, so we have used the water. I'm just gonna pat that dry with a clean paper towel. Okay, that is incredible. Okay, so let's go back in here. Now we're gonna do that moisturizer. So they say to use that first. That gel is gonna kind of buff off and exfoliate your dead skin, okay? Any dead skin, anything that's like stuck up underneath your skin. And then we're gonna go in with the 2-minute, okay, that feels really clean. 2-minute moisturizer. And this is what the 2-minute moisturizer looks like. Okay, we're gonna grab a little bit of that, grab some right there because we're gonna do the whole face. Make sure I moisturize up underneath the eyes. Even though we use that serum, we're still gonna go on top of that serum with the moisturizer. All right, so this is not Unique Skincare. This is Ice Element. This is just another option for you guys to be able to incorporate in with your skincare. Okay, it's very, very cooling. I will tell you that. It feels very cold when you put it on, which feels very refreshing. I always make sure I put this up in my brows. Make sure you kind of work that moisturizer in your brows. A lot of times people forget the skin up underneath their brows, and then your hair kind of keeps the skin from getting the moisturizer, and your skin will get dry. Okay. So this, I will tell you, is the first time that I have ever used another moisturizer from another company, like testing it out like this. Up until this point, for the last, I don't know how many years, I have used all Unique, okay? And this feels really, really good. Sounds perfect for summertime. I know, right? Because it's like so hot and humid and we get dry. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed Tuesday. I almost said Thursday as well. Yeah, this gives a really, really nice kind of cooling my forehead. I actually, okay, I'm trying to, hold on a second. Let me get my husband's glasses again. Like, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? My forehead feels different. Okay, so, man, his glasses are filthy. I need to clean these. Let's see. Let's see, ding, ding, ding. This is actually still hard to see even with glasses. Unit light texture, formulated, offers lasting hydration around the clock, featuring along with hyaluronic acid, See results within minutes as dry skin transforms into a smooth, plump, dewy, and hydrated complexion. Formulated for all skin types, even sensitive. Apply AM and PM on areas of the face, neck, and décolleté, which is your chest, as the last step in your daily routine. Okay, so this is probably what I'm feeling up here, is I feel like it's not necessarily tightening, but I kind of feel like I feel a plumping, like my forehead feels different, and I don't know how to put it into words. I don't know how to describe the feeling that I'm feeling, but I definitely feel something from this, okay? So it's interesting. I feel like this is gonna be a nice little addition to throw in to my skincare and use this a couple of nights a week. I will say that. And then definitely using this as some eye gel a couple of times a week. So what I would do is rotate and do my Unique eye cream and then use the eye serum on another night. That is what I love about Curated. Exactly, Patty, is it's giving us options to be able to try different things that might work better for our skin. Because one thing that I used to tell Derek when I first started being able to have like meetings and calls with him, one of the things that I used to say to him is, I'm like, listen, with skincare, with beauty, sometimes it's not a one size fits all, okay? Sometimes we've got to have our options. Everybody's skin is different, and everybody's skin is going to react differently to makeup and skincare, okay? And some of the things that I might like, you guys might not like, right? And so sometimes people are like, you know what? I really tried Unique, but the Unique stuff just didn't do anything for me. And so now it's going to be really nice to be able to bring in other options of skincare and makeup and other things as we continue with this journey, okay? All right, so now I'm going to move into doing a little bit of primer, okay? We've really let that absorb into our skin, and we're going to go in with a little bit of primer, put this on. Always put this on top of the eyes. And just make sure that it is rubbed in evenly so that you don't have one spot that dries with a heavy illuminating area, okay? Oh, you guys, we went yesterday and checked on the house. They've got the basement poured, and the builder said today or tomorrow they're going to start the framing, and I'm so excited because then we're really going to start to be able to see like the house, you know what I mean, when they start the framing. And if you use something all the time, your skin gets used to it and it doesn't respond. That's true. That's true. It's kind of like workouts. You can't go to the gym every single day and do the exact same workout over and over and over. Your body is basically just going to adapt to it, and then it's not going to do anything. So that's why you have to change it up, change angles, and kind of mix it up a little bit. So very, very true. Good point. All right, so we're gonna go in with a little bit. I will tell you, it's really hard to put makeup on top of my skin because it just felt so good. And I really was thinking about not putting any makeup on. But we gotta go to the grocery store tonight, and we're gonna run to the gym really quickly. So I'm just gonna put a little dusting. This is the color, no it's not, it's 2N, I almost said 3N. 3N is my summertime shade. Now I will tell you, one of the tricks that I've been doing with my under eyes is I have been putting my cream foundation in the under eye area and then putting my my concealer on top of that, just to kind of lock everything in, but I'm doing it very lightly up underneath the eyes, okay? So there's not like a heavy amount of cream foundation, so that when I go in with my concealer, I'm not using a large amount of concealer, okay? So I'm gonna take a little bit of this and we're just gonna go on top of that cream. Just gonna wipe that off. We're gonna go right in here. And then we're gonna do little lines over here, not a lot. And then we're gonna do, and the reason that I'm doing this is because this does a really good job of drying to where I don't even really have to set as much. Where's my, here we go. Now I've got some brand new bundles and I will tell you the bundles that I have available right now. Number one, you're gonna get your Uplift Beauty Oil, like our original Uplift Beauty Oil that I highly recommend you guys use at night. The Uplift Beauty Oil is your free gift right now up until Thursday, okay? So you got a couple of days to get that. Take advantage of these bundles that I have available. I've got a couple of bundles that are gonna get you your Barboletta lash serum. That is back in stock. That sold out so quickly when it first launched on our website, but the Barboletta lash serum is back in stock. They are saying that it is getting low again because everybody wants to get their hands on that lash serum that really, really helps your lashes get as long and as thick as possible quickly. If you want to take a look at the skincare bundles that I have available, I'm gonna put one together where you're gonna get your Barboletta lash serum. I'm gonna let you pick between these two. If you wanna grab both, you can, but I'm gonna say like, this one to me is a must. This one to me is an absolute must and probably what I'm gonna use tonight before I go to bed. Because I'm telling you, I felt my skin physically feel different. I've never had that experience before with a moisturizer to where my skin actually felt different once I applied it and it started to absorb into the skin, okay? I don't have any other way of explaining it, but my skin felt different. When I would raise my forehead, I'm like, ooh, okay, it feels tighter. And that is what I'm looking for, okay? That is what I'm looking for. I want my skin to look and feel tighter without Botox. All right, let's go in with a little bit of cream contour. I ordered the 9N, but I have to tell you the 8N is my favorite. So if you're somebody that has followed me and you're like, Brianna, what is that color that you use when you contour? To me, because this kind of falls in between a warm color, but it's not too much of a bronzer, it's still giving me a contoured look with a touch of bronzer. To me, this is the perfect color. And you can have lighter skin tone, okay? You can have lighter skin tone and get this color and just put it on very lightly and then build it up. It's gonna be beautiful on your skin. All right, we're gonna go in with just a little bit of that contour color at an angle. Find those cheekbones, go in at an angle to lift your face to where we are not pulling it down. And I do use my hand to kind of just buff it out a little bit if I'm trying to control. If I don't want it to go on too dark, then that's when I kind of buff it out and then just lightly brush it on. And I like the little tapping motion because it goes on more natural instead of swiping and removing any of the foundation that I already put down. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit on the nose, contour this nose. Now, one thing that I've been doing a little differently is I've been going up into here and contouring in towards that eyebrow. Do you guys see that? How that's just gonna continue your eye in shaping. Let's do this, let's just do one side. Okay, do you see how this kind of balances the eye and this looks super washed out? So we're gonna continue this. Now I'm not going super dark. You wanna make sure that you're very careful and you're not going very heavy, and just blend that down to the point of your nose, okay? And that is how we've contoured our nose. So up into the brow, almost into the side of the nose, and then up, back up on the corner, and towards the tip. You guys see that? That is how we're contouring the nose. Always get that lower lip. It's going to give us that pout. And I'm also going to do a little bit up here just to give us a nice little pucker. Look at that, how it flips that lip right there. We go from completely white and washed out to accentuating that top lip. Again, we are not going straight from this into your face, okay? I have done some on my hand and then I'm buffing it out, and this is what we're using, okay? It's how you can control your products. All right, now we're just gonna tap this in, and that's gonna blend it in and push it into the skin to make everything look as natural as possible, to where it looks like your forehead with a little bit of color, okay? These products are amazing. If you were looking for a nice, healthy glow, these products are gonna give you that and make your skin look phenomenal. Okay, now I'm not gonna blend this yet. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. I wanna go in with a pink, so I'm gonna go in with this pink right here. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that, same thing. See how much I got on my brush? Tapping it on my hand, okay? I'm controlling what goes on my face. I don't want it to be too much, too fast, and then I'm stuck with too much product. You guys see that? So we're controlling the product that goes on our face. We don't want too much at one time. Okay, now we're gonna just tap this in, push that in to make everything kind of blend together. And we're blending it up and kind of up towards the temple and into your hairline. There we go. Perfect. Now, because I'm in a hurry, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bronzer color, bronzer / contour color. I am going to grab a, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna grab this. This is just, like a whiter brush that I use to contour my nose. And I'm just going to go in and put a little bit of color in those eyes. This is going to be a very natural look, okay? Up into the front of the brow, and then don't touch the brow towards the outside. You see the difference in the eye? How it's just kind of brightened this one up a little bit, added a little bit of contrast, a little bit of depth and dimension, okay? And this is just contour color. So that same cream foundation that I put on my cheeks and my forehead and my nose is what I'm doing over here. Look at that. Very natural, warm, okay? If you want to grab a little bit more, we can grab a little bit more. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap. Pick some up, but we're going to move it to the hand so that it's not really, really dark. We want to do a little at a time. We're going to really focus on the crease, okay? Same thing. Pick up a little bit, come over here, focus on the crease, make this just a little bit darker on this outside. Okay, do you see what we're doing? We are giving our eyes just a little bit more. Perfect, warming it up just a little bit. And we're done. All right, we're gonna tap this in around the lips. And we're gonna tap this in underneath, making sure that we don't have too much. Now, I'm gonna take a little bit of my cream foundation and just touch up right around my mouth. Okay. All right, under eyes. look fairly good. I am gonna set just a little bit, but first thing, let me do a tiny bit of powder right on the inside. So let me just grab. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where's my deluxe brush? So I'm gonna grab palette number 9. I'm gonna grab this kind of light natural shimmer, and we're gonna put that right on the inside of the eye, on the lid, just to brighten that up. So we've got the brown in the crease and kind of on the outside, and this on the inside, so you guys can kind of see that. There we go. Now I can take that brown, okay, and I can go right up underneath this lower lash line, since this is just a cream, and just warm up that under eye. Do you guys see just that little bit of brown right up underneath this eye, okay? It's just gonna open up that eye a little bit more, make it look a little bit larger. There we go, perfect, okay? Now, I'm gonna grab a little bit of, where's my eyeliner? Okay, you guys know I can't live without my eyeliner, so I'm gonna go in, put a little bit of eyeliner in here. All right, when we're at the grocery store tonight, I've got to get a new pencil sharpener. That's what I have to do. Love a little sparkle in my eyes. I know I can't go without putting just a little bit of something on the inside of the eye, because I feel like it really opens up that lid and makes my upper part of my eye look larger. All right. A little bit of there, a little bit of there. There we go. Okay, and then let's set that under eye and around the mouth. Okay, shaking it up, activating those water molecules, making sure that powder is nice and hydrated. We are going to tap, get a little bit of powder. We are now going to tap that powder off, okay, to where we have just a tiny bit on our brush or on our sponge. And then we are going to go up in the under eye and make sure everything is nice and blended, and tap this part in. Look at that, okay? Same thing right here. Okay, so you can see how this side of the face already looks set, okay? So we're gonna set it and forget it. Tap. Knock some of that powder off because you don't want as much on there. You don't want to cake your under eyes up. And then we are going to just push, 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 go down the side of the nose. Kind of all you want to do, and then on the outside. Okay? Okay, so we've got this all set right here. Just kind of blending in on the nose. And now we're going to take my highlight powder, which is the color Golden, and I have used this one up. We're going to apply a little bit of highlight right to the top of the cheeks, to the tip of the nose. I'm actually going to go right up underneath the brow. Highlight right up underneath there. Okay, and I like to use my finger just to kind of bring that down. If it's a little too shiny, Just tap it with your finger. Do some little swipes just to blend it in, and you're good. Okay, now let's pop on some mascara. Now, I have been using the Barboletta lash serum for almost a week, and I will tell you, I have already seen growth. It's crazy how much my lashes have already grown just by using it for this short period of time. And that is what is available in one. I have 2 skincare bundles, and then I've got 2 makeup bundles, and we can mix and match and build custom bundles for you guys to be able to get exactly what you need. A little bit of makeup, a little bit of skincare. In one of the skincare bundles, like I said, you're gonna get your Barboletta lash serum. You're gonna get your choice of these new skincare. What am I doing? The new skincare products. But I'm also gonna give you some rose water, because the rose water is getting low again. I'm gonna be placing my own order tonight. Let's see, Susie Q. Brianna, I don't get to watch you much, but I always learn something from you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's very, oh, thank you, thank you. Your picture's about this big, but you look absolutely beautiful. Thank you, I appreciate that. To me, I hate when I go on Instagram and I see the videos where the people are just like, boom, 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 done. And I'm like, well, I didn't learn anything. How did you do your makeup like that? How did you get your face to look like that, right? And that's what my sister said. And a couple other ladies that I've been talking to about like what I do. They're like, oh, I hate when I see the before and afters, which I will say, I do love doing a good before and after. But to actually help people to where they fully understand how they can get their face, you know, like their makeup to look as natural, and especially for age appropriate makeup. To me, it's the live videos that make the big difference. You know, that's where you're really going to learn. So I appreciate your feedback. That's very helpful. Today is leg day, and my lower back is already killing me, so I'm gonna have to take it easy at the gym when doing my legs. Let's do these lower lashes while that dries a little bit. The one thing about the fiber mascara, whether it's the Quadra but especially the Quadra, you want to kind of let it dry just a little bit, get a little bit tacky, get a little bit sticky, and then come back. And while it's still just a little tacky on your lashes, you want to add more. That is when you're going to get thicker and longer, because it's going to kind of like work together. So give it just a little bit of time for your lashes to start to dry. And then that's where you can come back and add some more. And it's going to build and be thicker and longer off of that. You see that? It's when you can really see it. Okay, still getting my text messaging alert system in order. I've got to have a certain amount of people to be able to do it. So if you want to be a part of that and you want to be notified when I'm going live, if there's any like really good sale going on, send me that privately. Don't do it right here. I don't want strangers to get y'all's numbers, but send me privately your phone number, and then I can add you into that and we can start that process soon. there's that. Let's go with a natural lip. We're gonna go with this kind of pinky color. So we're gonna use Patient. Okay, you can see how that's a nice natural pink color. And then we're gonna go in and we are going to add, I'm gonna do Easy Street. With a little bit of Minted. Okay, so we've got a nice natural looking lip. And there we go. That's it for today's look. I'm not gonna do my brows. I'm just gonna go to the gym like this, gonna go to the grocery store like this. I mean, I guess, let's see. I guess I could do a real quick underline of the brow. Let's do that. So we're gonna go right here. We're gonna draw just this bottom part. And then just kind of bring this up through the brow. Okay, that's amazing what a brow could do. All right, and then we'll do this bottom part over here. Brush this through. The top, where's the top? I'm trying to go as fast as possible. All right, then I'm gonna take my little skinny precision one and we're just gonna fill in the front. So we're just gonna go up, 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 up. And then same right here. We're gonna go up, 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 up. Give us some little brows. Almost impossible for me to stop once I start. Okay, there we go. And that is it. What do you guys think? Super simple, very natural, very easy. We only used like minimal products. I do have a little speck right there. If you want to see my bundles, just message me or drop the word bundle in here and I will be glad to send you that information to where you can check that out. Again, the free beauty oil is only going to be available until Thursday. After that, it is going to change to something else. And I will tell you, if you need to restock on anything, definitely grab it while the beauty oil is your free gift, because that's a really good free gift. And then, like I said, the rose water is almost gone again. So grab you some rose water. All right, ladies, that is it. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you have any questions about anything that you saw me use, if you are interested in like what color, is that color going to be good for your skin tone, let me know and I can help you with picking out colors that would work with your skin for free. And then we can get a bundle together for you to grab some of these things.